Every Saturday morning, 11-year-old Nia set up a small folding table outside the neighborhood farmer's market. On it were neatly arranged handmade bracelets, painted bookmarks, and tiny flower pots she had decorated herself. A handwritten sign read, "Made with love." Across town, Jonathan Brooks had built one of the country's largest home improvement companies. Despite his wealth, he enjoyed walking through local markets without security or publicity. He liked meeting people whose stories would never make the news. That morning, one colorful display caught his attention. The young girl behind the table greeted every customer with the same bright smile. "Good morning." Jonathan picked up a bracelet. "This is beautiful. Did you make it yourself?" Nia nodded proudly. "Yes, sir." "How much?" $5. Jonathan reached into his wallet and placed a $100 bill on the table. "Keep the change." Nia gently pushed the bill back. "I don't need your money, sir." Jonathan smiled, thinking she was simply being shy. "Then let me buy all your bracelets." She shook her head again. "You can buy one. But not all of them." Curious, Jonathan tried once more. "What if I donate $1,000 to help you?" Nia looked him in the eyes. "I said no, sir. I don't need your money." Jonathan had spent years making charitable donations. Rarely had anyone refused his help, especially 3 times. He asked softly, "May I ask why?" Nia looked toward the small community center across the street. "My grandma says if one person buys everything because they feel sorry for me, then no one else gets to choose something they truly like." Jonathan blinked. She continued, "I want people to buy my work because they think it's worth $5. Not because they think I'm poor." Jonathan slowly lowered his wallet. For the first time that morning, he realized she wasn't rejecting generosity. She was protecting something even more valuable. Her dignity. Jonathan stood quietly for a moment. Then he smiled. "I understand now." He handed Nia a $5 bill. "I'd like to buy this bracelet." Nia smiled brightly. "Thank you, sir." She carefully wrapped the bracelet in tissue paper and handed it to him. "A fair trade," she said. Jonathan nodded. A fair trade. As he prepared to leave, he noticed several customers stopping to admire Nia's table. Instead of drawing attention to himself, he simply told a passerby, "She makes beautiful work." By the end of the afternoon, nearly every bracelet had been sold. Nia packed up her table with a huge smile. Across the street, Jonathan quietly visited the community center where Nia spent her afternoons. He spoke with the director. "What do the children here need most?" The director smiled. "Art supplies, books, and scholarships for after-school programs." Jonathan replied, "Let's talk about how I can help." He made a donation directly to the community center, without attaching Nia's name to it and without asking her to accept anything personally. A few weeks later, the center received new art supplies, more books, and funding for creative workshops. When Nia noticed the changes, she asked the director, "How did this happen?" The director smiled. "A generous donor wanted to support every child here." Nia grinned. "That's wonderful." She never felt singled out. Months later, Jonathan returned to the farmer's market. Nia recognized him immediately. "You're back." "I am," Jonathan laughed. "Do you have any new bracelets?" "I do." He bought another one, for $5. "Before leaving," he said, "you taught me something." Nia tilted her head. "What?" "That helping someone isn't always about giving them money. Sometimes it's about respecting the effort they've already put in." Nia smiled. "My grandma says people grow stronger when others believe in what they can do." Jonathan nodded. "She sounds very wise." As he walked away wearing the bracelet on his wrist, he realized it had become far more than a simple piece of handmade jewelry. It reminded him that generosity and respect should go hand in hand. And that the best way to lift someone up is often to recognize their talent, honor their dignity, and support opportunities that help entire communities thrive.